friends, welcome to my channel. In this short video I am going to show you how I stack my tiered cakes. If you're new here, my name is Tay and I help bakers elevate their decorating and business skills. So let's get to it. And if you were wondering what this ensemble is that I have on that has me snatched and protected in the kitchen, this is the studio apron, one of 3 aprons that I have come out with. And this is just not just any apron. Like, let me just tell you real quick, just hold on. This apron has microfiber panels on each side, okay, and they're not for decoration. They are definitely to protect your clothes, protect your hands, and they'll also save you money on paper towels. It's not only good for bakers, it's good for people who love plants, gardeners. It's good for any craft, anybody who loves crafts, any artist. Like, it's perfect. So go check it out on my website.
Okay, let's get into it. So here I have an 8-inch cake that I am going to place a 5-inch cake on top of. Structure is very important when you are stacking cakes. So as you can see here, I am placing a boba tea straw straight down the middle. Now I'm using an edible marker to mark where exactly I need to cut all of my boba tea straws so that they're even. Now I'm going to use the boba tea straw that I marked with the edible marker as my guide. So this boba tea straw is going to help make sure that all the rest of my boba tea straws are the same length. And the reason that it's important to make sure that all of your straws are cut at the same exact length is because we don't want no lopsided cakes. If you place your top tier on top of your bottom tier and you have a straw that is protruding out of the cake, that can compromise the structure and the design. It's just not a good look. So it's very important to make sure that all of your boba straws are even and flush with your cake. Now I'm coming through with my boba tea straw and I'm sticking it straight down the middle of the cake. Next, what I like to do is I like to score or trace the cake before I place my straws. So I like to score at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So just think of a clock. That's how I like to place my straws. And the reason I like to do it this way is because I don't want my client to be fighting with a whole bunch of straws when they go to cut their cake. You don't need 10 straws to support a cake. This technique has always worked for me, and luckily I haven't had any structural issues. Here I'm adding a little bit of buttercream to act as the glue between the cake board of the top tier and the bottom tier. It's just some extra added security. So my top tier is a 5-inch cake, but I didn't have any 5-inch cake boards, so I placed it on a 6-inch cake board. So as you can see here, I am trimming the cake board down to fit the cake, but I do not suggest that you do this. You should cut your cake board down before you place your cake on top of it, but I'm gonna just show you anyway. This is what you can do if that happens to you. Here I'm placing a skewer straight down the middle of my top tier. I'm going to use this skewer as my guide. So that way, if I need to adjust the top tier for any reason, if it's a little off or a little crooked, I'll be able to use the skewer to do that and I don't have to touch the sides of the cake. Once I've stacked my cake and everything is even, I'm going to push that skewer straight through all of the tiers. If you need to use a second skewer to make sure that the first skewer penetrates through your cake board, you can do that as you see here. This is really important. This is going to make sure that your cake is not sliding and gliding all around the place. Whatever you do, please make sure that you are sealing this gap. No one wants to see your cake board. You don't want to see your cake board, and your client sure don't want to see your cake board. So add a little bit of buttercream around that gap and make sure that you use an offset spatula to smooth it out. Stacking a cake can be stressful, but your foundation and your structure is so important. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you.